Final moment, September 1, 2025. Ukrainian FPV drone strikes against Russian forces continue to intensify in the Donetsk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia regions. Ukrainian forces carried out concentrated FPV and kamikaze drone attacks targeting Russian infantry. These continuous operations have disrupted Russian supply lines and slowed their advances across key fronts. Russian troops struggle to find cover. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for continued frontline coverage. Another Russian soldier was spotted moving near a roadside path, attempting to sneak back to his positions. Unaware that a drone was already tracking him, he continued forward. Once he heard the approaching noise, he tried to flee, but the FPV was faster, closing the distance in seconds and striking directly. On the battlefield, even the faintest sound of a drone overhead is enough to break any sense of safety. An FPV drone circled above a Russian soldier, exhausting him and forcing him to slow down. For several minutes, the operator skillfully maneuvered, maintaining pressure on the target. The soldier stumbled, tried to regain his balance, and attempted to take cover in nearby bushes, but the drone stayed close, adjusting speed and height, waiting for the exact moment. Finally, when the soldier fell to the ground, the operator directed the drone toward him, completing the mission with precision. In another case, an FPV drone located a Russian KAMAZ truck abandoned near a pine forest road. The vehicle was identified as a potential supply carrier, so leaving it intact was not an option. The drone approached at low altitude, targeting the fuel tank. After a sharp dive, it struck with precision, and the truck erupted in smoke and fire, rendering it unusable for further operations. Disrupting enemy logistics remains a key priority for drone units. Shortly after, another enemy soldier was seen walking along a well-worn trail. Realizing he was being watched, he jumped into the grass in an effort to hide. The FPV drone adjusted its flight path with precision, maneuvering carefully before executing the strike. The hit was direct, leaving no possibility for the soldier to continue. During another patrol, an FPV drone detected a Russian soldier lying exposed in the middle of a field. He appeared to be asleep, completely unaware of the danger overhead. The operators seized the opportunity and launched the strike without hesitation. The impact left no chance for him to return to the fight. In rare footage, a Russian soldier appeared to prepare himself, relying on ritual rather than reality. He made the sign of the cross as if it could offer protection. Moments later, however, his actions determined the outcome. While scanning the battlefield, Ukrainian reconnaissance drones noticed movement near a ruined structure. On closer inspection, it was revealed that a Russian infantryman had created a hideout beneath broken concrete. His position seemed secure, but only until the first FPV was sent in. The strike caused visible damage, yet the soldier was still moving. Realizing the mission was incomplete, a second drone was launched. The operator flew low and steady, carefully approaching the ruin. The buzzing of the propellers could be heard as the soldier tried to react. At the last second, the drone lifted slightly, then dived down, striking directly. The detonation followed moments later, leaving the enemy position silent. During a routine patrol, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spotted the movement of a Russian soldier near one of the logistical roads. The operator tracked him carefully, observing every step. The soldier soon noticed the buzzing sound in the air and realized he was under surveillance. Not long after, defenders from the Birds of Mora Brigade detected 3 enemy soldiers moving on Ukrainian soil in full combat gear. 2 of them walked side by side while the third followed a short distance behind. The decision was made to target the pair first. As the FPV drone closed in, one soldier spotted it and began firing his rifle, attempting to engage the fast-moving target. His comrade, meanwhile, struggled with his weapon, possibly due to a malfunction, and even discharged a shot accidentally. The second soldier attempted to run into tall grass, but thanks to a reconnaissance drone circling overhead, Ukrainian operators tracked every move. Moments later, an FPV drone was launched, closing in on him with precise accuracy. Another FPV drone was sent after him, ensuring the mission was completed. Finally, the third soldier, still nearby, was also neutralized. One after another, all three were taken out of action. This serves as a reminder that crossing into Ukrainian territory comes at a cost, where every movement is observed and every mistake can have serious consequences. In the Stabilsk region, a Russian soldier was detected by a Ukrainian 414th Maguire's Birds FPV drone. The lone soldier attempted to move past Ukrainian defensive positions, but FPV drones were deployed before he could advance further. He noticed the approaching drone, but exhausted and worn out, he made no attempt to flee. The FPV drone quickly struck the soldier. Ukrainian forces organized an operation in response to earlier losses in tsunami. Units from Craiova and Perun Industries carried out precise strikes against enemy positions. The operation followed a coordinated approach, first detecting Russian targets with drones, then engaging them as quickly as possible, sometimes with artillery, other times with specialized drones. To ensure the targets were fully neutralized, drones were directed at the weakest structural points of vehicles or into vulnerable areas, rendering them unusable. In this newly released footage from the Propska front line, two Russian soldiers are seen moving across open terrain. Suddenly, one of them reacts to the distinct buzz of an approaching FPV drone, and a tense moment begins. He quickly dives into tall grass, hoping to avoid detection, but the attempt to hide proves ineffective. Operators from the 414th UAV Brigade, known as the Maguire Birds, expertly guide their drone toward the target. In the Zaporizhzhia sector, footage from the 65th Separate Mechanized Brigade captured a crucial moment. Two Russian soldiers tried to hide under a destroyed Leopard tank to avoid a drone strike. However, Ukrainian reconnaissance tracked their every move and quickly targeted them with FPV drones. The strike sent shrapnel beneath the tank, reaching the soldiers taking cover. Seizing the disruption, Ukrainian forces advanced, secured the area, and established new positions. Here comes a Russian motorcyclist, swift but not swift enough. The FPV drone operator locked on and launched a determined strike. Within seconds, the motorcycles were disabled, forcing the infantry riders to abandon them and dash toward nearby trees for cover. Ukrainian reconnaissance drones never lost sight of them, tracking every movement and relaying precise positions to operators on the ground. Moments later, the drones were redirected for a second wave of attacks. One soldier was neutralized instantly, while another, though injured, managed to escape deeper into the forest. His escape, however, was short-lived. Updated coordinates were passed to Ukrainian artillery units, which opened fire with concentrated shelling on the designated positions. When the barrage ceased, the last Russian infantryman could no longer continue. This coordinated mission, executed by the AOV battalion, demonstrated seamless integration of drones and artillery and marked another effective Ukrainian strike against Russian forces in the Turk region.